Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E. With your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no breaks. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up cold. You get in this place. E&E, the shit that I claim. You dealing with greats. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up to smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers and feel cups of Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through on transparency. Heard they self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Put your boys E&E, you in trouble, kid. At first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Flow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shine the king under pressure. West side bad jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business, starter fees. Street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, Fern Gully Mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they do harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pro. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pull the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the VBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
What? It's your brother, your brother Virgil Berry, aka Stocks the Facts. They already know what it is, man. Tapped in, tuned in. What y'all know about this, man? Y'all hear about this? About City, man?
If you feel it.
Wow, right?
Yeah.
Oddly enough, for y'all who ain't something
The guarantee. E&E.
Trying to get straight to it, though. Smash that like those people go
2020 got me seeing so.
I was Angel, what's up, baby? XL Pro, what's happening, man?
Put your boy shit.
Put the real ones, man.
Martian Glitch.
Straight to it. Ain't no two way to do it. I know we're gonna do
You
our
cool
music.
nigga. This is the
Boogie Major.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling hay, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the falling, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit. Kill him in vain, it's vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous, the real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids, it's plan B. Yeah. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Yeah. Blowing on leaves in these plenty trees. Okay. Don't break the code, this family. Okay. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow is classic, antique. Yeah. Freaking the beat is it Japanese. Yeah. Ever I cook is a masterpiece. Yeah. When money talkers be Guapanese. Okay. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Sick. Passing my sons, that's a legacy. Sick. Study the gang, how they testing me. Yeah. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. Yeah. All of these gems you can retweet. Yeah. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Yeah. Below $1 million, flipping it. Okay. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Butcher shit. E&E clip what we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, these rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now, middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling hay, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin'. Like we sponsored by Sporting. Ball looking for the falling. Soldiers all fall in. And we go all in. While we listening to all in. While you all talking. We smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin. Glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga. Perfecting my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick, and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off for 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom, to try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk, let me lock in, show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Put your boy up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This the guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
Yeah, y'all, man. This is definitely a real thing, man. It's so real because we make it real. Smash that like button, click with the bell, subscribe to the page, share it, social engineer, man. What happened, man? What's good with y'all, man? What's going on, man? You know, I really wasn't planning on doing no show today, but when this happened, I said, yeah, I'm gonna have to speak on this. I'm gonna have to speak on this briefly and break some things down, man, because this is a very, believe it or not, this is a recurring situation in my city. Right? These guys, man, right? These guys, man, these so-called white supremacist, neo-Nazi guys, right? You know, so they be coming to the city every so now and again, talking about, you know, their little anti-Semitic ideology, man. Or I ain't gonna say well, I really don't like using that term anti-Semitic because it's actually a misnomer. It is and it isn't, right? But we're gonna get to it, man. These guys, it's not the first time these so-called neo-Nazi KKK white supremacist guys come to the city, man. Right? I really don't see what that outrage is all about, to be honest with you myself. You know what I mean? Because it's just some like I say, y'all, man, HR 1955, y'all, man. They're trying to start a race war, man. Think about that movie, The First Purge, where when they first initiated the purge as being law, we remember when it first happened, people wasn't committing serious acts of violence against other people like murder or even assault. People was doing stuff like petty theft, robbing the bank, robbing stores, stuff like that. People weren't, you understand what I'm saying, out there trying to murder somebody. It was only a small percentage of the population, even in the movie, which is also in real life, who are actually psychopaths and want to physically cause harm to other people for no other reason than simply be able to get away with it. Right? I want y'all to keep that in mind as we move forward this evening. Right? Now, this happened in my city this weekend, man. Right? Unbeknownst to me, at the time this happened, like most people on a Sunday, I was asleep. You know, I was asleep. Like most people in my city, at that time on a Sunday, we're asleep, most of us. So I didn't hear about this until after I woke up. And then that's when I talked to some people and I was like, you ain't hear about what happened? You ain't hear about the KKK or walking up High Street? I said, no, I ain't heard nothing about no KKK walking up High Street. You're telling me now. I'm just now hearing about it. I wanted to play a song, y'all, though, but I don't, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to get flagged, man. You know? I ain't trying to get flagged, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get flagged. It's a song I wanted to play in correlation with the subject matter of the show tonight, man. But oh man, I ain't gonna do it. Remember, I'll tell y'all, man, we gotta box cleverly, man. You know, we gotta box cleverly with our language and everything else, even with the music we decide to play on our platform. We got to make sure the music is right, because YouTube, man, y'all know YouTube do what they want to do. They pick and choose who they want to censor, who they don't censor, and all that crazy stuff. So either way it go, it would be in your best interest as an up-and-coming content creator to just box cleverly with your language, especially. Box cleverly. You know, starting today when we do commentary, bring it, I'm going to show the still image and play the audio in the background. You know, I'm going to show the still image and play the audio in the background. Because, yeah, man, they acting crazy. So these guys was in the city. Now, mind y'all, man, they was in a part of the city where none of us was at this time on a Sunday in Italian Village. Let me tell y'all something, man. And I'm going to tell y'all this before I play this audio. Matter of fact, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Just listen to this. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, y'all. All right? This is wild, man. This is crazy, man. Right. Everybody all up in arms. Everybody all in their feelings about this stuff in my city, man. I'm just like, y'all act like this is the first time something like this ever happens, man. Let's go. You know what? I'm gonna show y'all, man. The visuals is just so much raw. It is. Right? Y'all heard about this, man? Y'all sit up there and heard about this. Let's go.
So you want to know where to invest $1,000 right now? Well, forget about stocks, crypto, and real estate because
Let's fucking go! We don't know my people! You don't know my people! You don't know my people! Oh, you don't know that? Where the fuck am I from? You don't? Where's your faces? Where's your criminal faces? Cowards! Cowards!
All right. It's a suck ass. Well, hold on a minute.
March. What did they? Well, developing news tonight, a group of neo-Nazis marching through downtown Columbus just hours ago. In videos shared with us by our viewers, you can see a group of about a dozen men carrying flags with swastikas and yelling slurs at African Americans. We want to warn you now, the video may be disturbing to some viewers.
Y'all ain't done, are you?
And that group marching down High Street in the Short North, which is where we find 10 TV's Carla Rogner with more. Carla, you talked with some people who witnessed this march. What did they have to say to you?
Yeah, Colin, they marched right down High Street today. We talked to a group of men who were inside their home near here watching the Ohio State game when they started hearing racial slurs being yelled outside. Dwight Holland took this video on his cell phone of what they saw when they came outside. A group of men wearing all black with red skull masks on their faces. They carried megaphones and flags with swastikas on them. Video shows the neo-Nazis yell the N-word at Holland and his friend Dante Bell multiple times. They believe that the men were trying to get a reaction out of people. Dante and Dwight feel this hate speech has no place in their neighborhood.
Well, most of them are cowards. You know, they don't want to show their faces like the KKK. They wear the hoods and whatnot. But I mean, it's like I said, it's 2024.
All the race is really redundant if you really think about it, because we've been doing it for years. I just want us to all be peaceful. We can all be peaceful and love each other if we learn how to respect each other.
And police ended up confronting the group over on Goodale Street near 315, but police tell us that no one was injured and they did not make any arrests. Reporting in Columbus, Carla Rogner, 10 TV News.
Carla, thank you so much. Columbus city leaders are also taking to social media tonight, condemning the hateful rhetoric and rejecting the group's message tonight. You're going to see some statements here made just hours ago from Columbus Mayor Andrew Ginther, City Attorney Zach Klein, and City Council President Shannon Hardin. Mayor Ginther saying in part, the Columbus community stands squarely against hatred and bigotry. We will not allow any of our neighbors to be intimidated, threatened, or harmed because of who they are, how they worship, or whom they love. Zach Klein echoing Ginther's statements, adding that hate...
Man, listen here, man. This happened, y'all, in a part of my city where You just ain't gonna even see a lot of us just gallivanting or just walking up and down High Street. Now, I'm not saying you won't see any black people. What I'm saying is you're not gonna see a high concentrated amount of them because you just don't live in that area, right? Not only that, it was the Ohio State game. It was the day of the Ohio State game. We just beat the crap out of Northwestern. Nobody was in that area as far as like just walking up and down the street. People were in those bars watching the game. Right? Now, if they really wanted to be on that mess, they'd have walked up Cleveland Avenue. They'd have walked up Livingston Avenue, Fifth Avenue. They would have walked somewhere where we be at. If they wanted some real life action or something like that. They walked in the area that was like predominantly like white folks. Specifically in that area, a lot of fun boys and fun girls, if you know what I mean. Right? But let's go. Let's go. Racism is real, man. I keep telling y'all they're trying to start a race war, man. So they can implement HR 1955. What I always been telling y'all about. Been telling y'all about this HR 1955 thing, man.
For the second weekend in a row, a U.S. city has become the site of a neo-Nazi demonstration.
The overt public display of swastikas and other incendiary symbols is leaving many communities shaken and inflaming national tensions over incidents that appear to stem from racist, anti-Semitic, or misogynist viewpoints.
As Laura Aguirre explained, some community leaders are taking to the streets now to send a message of their own.
A small group of masked individuals carrying large flags bearing swastikas marched through a popular district in Columbus, Ohio, Saturday.
Yeah, this is the area I'm talking about, y'all. Right here, right? This area where they marching at, there's not a lot of black folks that not only not live around there, just don't be down there, right? Unless it's like gallery hop going on, or I'm not gonna lie, even when it's cold outside, Friday nights and Saturday nights be popping in Italian Village. There's lots of bars and clubs and restaurants down there, lots of things to do down there. Y'all ever come to Columbus, Ohio on the weekend, definitely want to see what Italian Village is like. Yeah, it's a nice little art galleries and all type of dope stuff to do down there. But as far as like on a Saturday during a real a popping Ohio State game, any black people that could have been down there would have been in one of them bars watching that game. Like I said, I'm not saying it wasn't any black folks walking up the street, but it wasn't a lot. You ain't gonna see a lot of us just out there on High Street, just walking up and down High Street. You feel me? In large groups or anything like that. Now, walk a little bit further down from there to Fifth Avenue and bust that right. It's something different. Right? And when stuff like this occurs, y'all, I want to let y'all know that it happens for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons being to trigger you, specifically if you're black. These guys were masked up. They were able to do this without any pushback. They were only accosted by the police after they were way down the street and not even on the main street anymore. Then they were let go. Right? Just think of the movie The Purge, where enough people wasn't committing very serious crimes like deletion, sexual violation, vandalism, arson, anything like that. Until they came through with the squad. Until they came through with the squad. Government trained people, military trained people wearing masks, acting like they purging. Masquerading as so-called white supremacists. Think about that, man. Think about that movie, The First Purge. And enough people wasn't committing violent acts. They weren't committing deletion. They weren't committing sexual violation. They wasn't destroying any property very majorly or seriously. So what did they do? They had the militarily government-trained agent provocateurs dress up like they were neo-Nazis, going around starting shit. Y'all remember that? Right? These people aren't so bold as to just come out and, squeezing in public. So that's to let y'all know about that too. These people are too cowardly to do something like that. And stand on business with it. They're going to make it seem like it's some type of extra stuff to it. Some poor young dude who got mental issues and messed with his head and radicalized him on the internet and gang stalked him and pressured him into maybe even kidnapped him, and you understand me, hit him with some of that Manchurian Candidate type stuff. You just never know. But when you look at stuff like this, what happened in my city this past Saturday, I call cap. I see agent provocateurs. I see manufactured chaos. I see made to be done with the intent of hopefully causing some form of civil unrest, specifically of a racial climb between white and black people. But at the same time, it's a distraction because, like I said, if this group of guys, so-called neo-Nazis, really wanted some action or about that action, they would have walked up Livingston Avenue or Cleveland Avenue. They wouldn't have walked up High Street in Italian Village. I'm going to tell you that right now, Jack.
For some residents, it felt like being pushed back in time.
Most of them are cowards. They don't want to show their faces like the KKK. They wear the hoods.
It's time to be real. We're in 2024. Come on, how many years do we got to go through this?
Witness footage provided to news affiliate WBNS showed the group chanting racial.
That's what's wrong with you brothers, man. That's what's wrong with a lot of y'all brothers, man. Y'all talking about that as 2024, la 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 la. Nah, man, racism ain't gone nowhere, man. I know a lot of y'all want to sit up here and have this sentiment or this mindset of, yeah, man, it's 224, we cool. Nah, man, you might be cool with some people you might know, but for the whole part, nah, man, y'all bugging, man. Y'all bugging, man. And ain't nothing wrong with wanting to get along with everybody. We should get along. I want to get along with everybody. Just the reality is that we're not. Mr. O, my Joe from Chicago, what happened, man? You heard about this in my city, man? Now, before y'all get all in your feelings and stuff, man, I just want to reiterate, man, that this is not the first time, nor will it probably be the last time that they allow these people to do this in the city. It's called freedom of speech, all right? Now, when it comes to exercising your freedom of speech, Yeah, when it comes to exercising your freedom of speech, you have the freedom to do so, right? But you also have the freedom to suffer the consequences of practicing your freedom of speech. Now, it is against the law for anybody to put their hands on you physically in any way or do any type of physical harm to you in any way based solely off of you saying something to them, right? Let's just be clear on that. Just because somebody call you a goddamn NIGGER don't give you the right to put your hands on them. Calling people out of their name is not against the law. Calling somebody a racial slur is not against the law. Calling somebody a racial slur is not, I repeat, is not against the law. Right? Hate speech has to be determined in a court of law, which I think hate speech is some BS, personally. I think everything that could be said should be said, and we'll deal with it after the point of delivery, depending on what it is, right? Freedom of speech means the freedom to literally say whatever you want to say, although we understand in America that we don't have that right as much as we like to have thought we once did, right? Censorship is on the rise in our country, and we no longer have a freedom of speech, right? We got the freedom to say what's accepted amongst everybody up until somebody get offended. I reserve my right to my freedom of speech and to say whatever the hell I want. I don't give a damn how anybody feel about it. That's why I tell y'all to box cleverly with your words. I don't tell y'all to censor yourselves. I don't tell y'all to silence yourselves. Box cleverly with your language. That's all I'm saying. Right? The freedom of speech means the freedom of speech, man. And it has to apply all around the board. It is not, is it very disrespectful? Is it distasteful? Yes. Is it illegal? No. This is why they didn't go to jail. They didn't cause no physical harm to nobody. Let's see. Nobody, they didn't cause anybody to commit violence, or they didn't encourage anybody to commit violence, physical violence. So they didn't break any laws. And this is where I want y'all to understand, this is where the mind games come in at right there. This is where the mind effery comes in. Right? You got to pay attention to people play, man.
And ethnic slurs.
We're not backing down. We're not running. We're not scared.
Brian Winston is the president of 100 Black Men of Central Ohio. He joined other Columbus community leaders Sunday for a counter demonstration to send a different message.
That hate doesn't get to have the last word, that injustice doesn't get to have the last word, that bigotry doesn't get to have the last word.
This is so.
This is what I want to say about these brothers right here, man. Right? This is what I want to say about these brothers right here, man. Shout out to these brothers for doing what they did on Sunday. How about that? Yesterday. Right. But at the same time, man, I'm like, what's the point? Yeah, they do. I'm sorry they do, Mr. O. I mean, I said the same thing when I seen this, man. Now, I guarantee you, if I was to do my due diligence on the guys who are basically the structure of this organization, I'm going to tell you, this dude right here, he's Boule. I won't be surprised if he's Boule. All these dudes, maybe at some point, are a point of the divine nine. I think I know homie right here, man. I think I know this dude right here, except for him right here. All right. But I give my brothers a salute for coming together, pause, and in some ways, to some extent, countering the move played by the so-called white supremacists. You know? So let's just keep it there. Let's keep it on a positive note for the most part. Because you know I'm thinking the same thing. All right. I'm thinking the same thing. But like I said about this group of so-called white supremacists, man, they was in an area in my city, y'all, where they had no threat of coming in contact with a group of these guys right here in any shape, form, or fashion. You did?
Vile and so disrespectful. No, simply cannot be.
This incident comes 1 week after several masked people with Nazi and swastika flags demonstrated across 2 small towns in Livingston County, Michigan, including outside a theater staging The Diary of Anne Frank.
It was sickening seeing it in my hometown, of all places.
So far, no arrests have been made in Columbus, but WBNS did confirm with local 911 dispatchers that police were called and some marchers were briefly detained.
I've drawn a strong line in the sand as the Columbus City Attorney, as a prosecutor, that we have prosecuted hate crime in our community, and we're not going to let up. We draw those lines in the sand because we appreciate and respect the diversity and culture of others.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Yeah, but like I just broke down to y'all, man, they didn't break any laws. All right. Now, to sit up here and do what they did all masked up, cowardly, right? That goes without saying. Right? Goes without saying. You feel me?
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a...
Regardless of that, though, like I said, y'all know, they did not break the law. Right?
Car accident in the last year? Yep. Even if you...
Tonight, a local attorney telling us a group of neo-Nazis who marched down High Street this weekend are protected by the First Amendment. 10 TV told you about this Saturday when a dozen masked men carrying swastikas walked through the short north yelling racial slurs. And just hours ago, we learned Columbus police are investigating if the neo-Nazis used pepper spray on people during that march. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Angela Ann, in for Yolanda. Well, tonight we are limiting our use of that video because it is offensive, but we wanted to show you the severity of this situation. 10 TV's Carla Rogner has been following this story all weekend into tonight. And Carla, just hours ago, you spoke with a local attorney about how free speech really plays into all of this. What did he have to say about this?
Yeah, Angela. Well, a lot of people were just shocked to see Nazis in their neighborhood here in the short north this weekend and wondered why the police couldn't do something about it. And a free speech attorney tells me it's because their words were protected by the First Amendment. But now police are saying that those neo-Nazis may have used pepper spray, which could mean that assault charges are on the table. Dwight Holland took this cell phone video on Saturday after hearing commotion out on High Street.
I would like to know how a hate group is able to amass on High Street and walk at least 10 blocks. No police presence whatsoever.
He called police hoping they could do something about it. But attorney Mark Weaver explains police couldn't do much but monitor the situation in case it became violent.
Speech itself can't be illegal unless it's a threat. People are allowed to say mean, hateful things. Doesn't make them good people, but they're allowed to under the First Amendment.
The video shows the neo-Nazi yell slurs at Holland and his friend. Is that allowed?
So hate speech, however you define it, has been held to be completely protected by the Supreme Court. And that was all of the justices agreeing with that. So it's not a close call.
But now police say they have video evidence of neo-Nazis using pepper spray. Here you can see a man in plaid helping the man in a tan jersey flush out his eyes after a manager of a business tells us the neo-Nazis used pepper spray on him and others.
So that the moment that this sort of First Amendment activity crosses into the criminal realm, that there is accountability.
Now, City Attorney Zach Klein tells us he's working with Columbus Police to see if they can build a case. Assault charges and even hate crime charges are on the table.
That is about as vile as it comes, which is why I want our community to know that I understand that folks are scared, that they're troubled, they're upset, but I have their back. And if there's a way for us to prosecute these individuals, if it crosses from free speech into criminal conduct, we will hold them accountable.
But like Attorney Weaver, Klein says the neo-Nazis can't be prosecuted for their use of hate speech alone.
I sat there and told y'all, man, what I tell y'all. Right now, as far as people getting pepper sprayed and maced and all that, now if they was running around doing that, they through, right? Because you just can't be running up to people spraying them with mace and stuff for no apparent reason, man. You know, that's assault. So we want to see some more information come out on this situation, man. You know, like I said, it was going down in my city this weekend. Right. And I just wanted to share this with y'all because I want to get y'all's thoughts on this, man. Y'all hear me touch on this stuff all the time, man. You know, I told y'all, man, they're trying to start a race war. The race war between black folks and white folks ain't working. It's just not working. Yesterday in my city proved that for lots of reasons, right? But on the grand scheme of things, us black folks and us white folks, although we may have our differences, right? We pretty much have learned to coexist with each other, right? So why are they trying to exacerbate through the media in all forms of propaganda, right? And fuel a race war specifically between us, right, and white folks. But now that this illegal immigration situation is going on, now it's us together, white folks and black folks together, right? Because we all come from the same places, man, for real, for the most part. You know? Ain't none of us too uppity. You know what I mean? We ain't so far removed that, you know what I'm saying, a nice majority of us haven't had the hood experience. You know, grew up in the hood. You know what I mean? Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Man, I'm opening up this panel here in a minute, man. I want to get y'all thoughts on this, man. What y'all think about this? How y'all feel about this, man? You know, it's a silly situation on one level, but on another level, it's very serious. It's very telling, foretelling, specifically, of what's to come. Right?
Well, President Biden and leaders in Ohio are forcefully condemning a neo-Nazi march that happened over the weekend. And a warning, some of this video is disturbing.
Yeah, this took place over the weekend on Saturday in Columbus, and it's the second Nazi-related demonstration in the United States in just the past week.
Let's bring in NBC News correspondent Aaron Gilchrist, who's been following this. Aaron, tell us more about what we know, what happened in Columbus.
Yeah, we've been getting some reporting in from our affiliate in Columbus that was able to obtain some video from eyewitnesses of what happened. It was about a little before 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon when this small group of people, we believe men, was seen walking through parts of Columbus, Ohio, carrying these black flags with red swastikas on them. They were wearing red masks as well and chanting into a bullhorn some racist terms. And obviously this was something that people who live in that area were surprised to see as they were out having lunch and things of that nature in this area. As you noted, this is the second time in a week that we've seen an incident like this. We saw a similar incident in Michigan 2 Saturdays ago, where some people carrying Nazi flags were posted up outside a community theater, a production of The Diary of Anne Frank going on in that theater. Those people were asked to move away from the theater. They did, but they stayed on the general area there. Again, Kate and Zinkley, something causing fear and anxiety for a lot of people who live in these communities.
Aaron Gilchrist with the latest for us. Thanks so much.
Yeah, man. All types of stories on all types of news coverage on this, man. They tried their best to keep it under wraps, man. You know what I mean? Try not to make it national, but you know, you can't keep something like this tucked away, man. You know? Wild stuff, man.
It's a reminder, a simple moment of hydration literally changes your body, your mind, and your spirit.
Community leaders from across Columbus have taken to social media to renounce a neo-Nazi demonstration in the Short North on Saturday. Mayor Andrew Ginther, City Council President Shannon Hardin, and Ohio Governor Mike DeWine are among those who condemned the activity. Good evening, and thank you for joining us for NBC4 at 6. I'm Kerry Charles. NBC4's Kyle Beachy spoke with the man who witnessed the march. Kyle is live in the Short North. What did he tell you?
Well, Kerry, the whole demonstration lasted only about 20 minutes from start to finish. I talked to one person who got a video of it from a business right here in the Short North. And we're going to show you this video only once to give you a clear picture of what happened here yesterday. This video taken by a person dining in the Short North Saturday afternoon. Short North Civic Association also making a post after the demonstration, sharing information about safety resources that are present here in the Short North, not just during demonstrations like that, but on a daily basis. The message from those I talked to was clear: unity in the face of hate.
It doesn't have any place in our state. It doesn't have any place in our city. It is so hateful. It is so evil. It shouldn't be here. The community in the Short North is very close-knit. It is.
Now think about that, man. Yes, it is. Live to fly. Listen here, y'all. Oh, my bad. I'm tripping. My bad. All right. This is very foretelling, man. I want y'all to understand that this is very foretelling. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech. If neo-Nazis ain't got the freedom to say they're racist, ignorant, BS, what makes you think you got the right to say your so-called righteous good stuff? See, it only becomes an issue if you calling people to violence. If with your freedom of speech, you're intriguing people and encouraging people, influencing people to commit acts of violence against other people or other people's property, then that is when it becomes something different. That's when it's criminal. That's also when it becomes hate speech. And like I say, y'all, now we getting on the slippery lines, man, slippery slopes. When we get to telling people what they can and can't say, what's offensive, what's not offensive, right? Tap in, walk with us, y'all. Smash that like button, man. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page. I'm about to drop that link at the hour mark in about 11 minutes so y'all can sit up here and spit y'all's game and talk y'all's ish, because y'all know we open up the platform over here at A Real Talk Podcast. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, Jack.
It is an arts district. There are a lot of people who are very passionate here, and they're very passionate about maintaining the decorum of the community.
You know what I'm saying? Like this part of my city is where a lot of fun boy activity occurs. You know, the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda is very heavy in this area, Italian Village. You know, Arena District. You know, it's a lot of Grandview. It's a lot of fun boy activity in that area. Not to mention, some blocks down the way is Ohio State University campus. So, you know, it's a high concentration area for fun boy activity, LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda activity. OG, what's happening, man? I'm about to drop this link here at the hour mark in about 9 minutes, man. I want to hear what y'all got to say. I encourage everybody to hit the link, come on up and spit your game, talk your ish. Let us hear your take on this, because listen, man, they do stuff like this for a specific reason, and it works every time, man, like a charm. They want to trigger your emotions. They want us to wow out. They want us to see such a sight and totally disregard freedom of speech, destroying freedom of speech while we are calling for, in the name of freedom of speech, other people to not exercise their freedom of speech. Once people decide that the neo-Nazis spewing their ignorant rhetoric that they have, soon as we deem that as hate speech and we're so offended by it, we now give the powers that be the ability to tell us what we can and can't say. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it ain't a damn soul on this planet gonna tell Virgil Lee Berry II what the fuck he can and can't say, because goddamn it, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say, man. Flat out. I don't give a damn how nobody feel about it. This is very serious, man. I take my freedom of speech very serious. Why? Because our freedom of speech is a direct reflection of our freedom to think. And if we can't say it, that means we ain't thinking it eventually, or we'll stop thinking it. Y'all better be able to connect the dots and see where this is going. Now, y'all know I have zero support for the LGBTQ LMNOP barbecue committee agenda, but I am 1,000,000,000,000% in support of the freedom of speech. And that even means for the so-called fun boys, man. Because ain't nobody gonna tell me what I can and can't say. Especially when I'm right, like I am most of the time. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. You know, this is wild, man. So ill, man. The many implications of many different other things, man.
Now, I do have copies of 2 police reports from yesterday's incidents. One of them, according to the police report and witnesses I talked to, was outside of a bar just down the street here on High Street, where they say at least 2 victims were sprayed by mace after an altercation with the group. And now Columbus police tell us they did detain a U-Haul van full of people just for questioning, and no arrests were made at that time. Carrie?
Kyle, we understand there was a counter protest held today.
Yeah, Carrie, there was a group of probably about 30 people, including leaders from the community, but it was a large group of black men who did the exact same march that happened yesterday in order to show that they are not threatened and they are not intimidated. And I'll have more about that coming up tonight at 11.
Okay,
Carrie.
Kyle Beachy reporting live from the Short North. Kyle, we will see you at 11. Thanks.
No one seems to know this.
Right? Right? It's wild stuff, man. It's something that I always talk to y'all about. And before I drop the link, I want to go through this because this is what this stuff is about. I want y'all to keep in mind. I always talk to y'all about this. What do I always tell y'all, man? This is all stemming from I constantly tell y'all this, and I'm going to keep telling y'all this because this is where this stuff is headed, where this stuff is coming from. HR 1955, the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act. Put a number 11 in the chat. Listen, let me put a number 11 in the chat if from tapping in with me for the past, 2.5 years I've been on YouTube going in heavy, right? Pause. And we was at 1,000 subs, but you know the algorithm like to play with the numbers, and now it's back to $9.99.99. So y'all sit up there, smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. In all actuality, should be well past going on 2,000-3,000 by now, maybe even a little bit past, maybe somewhere between 3 and 5. But we don't pay attention to stuff like that over here. We just do what we do. You did. HR 1955. I'm constantly telling y'all about this. Right? The Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorist Prevention Act. Terrorism Prevention Act. This is some very shrewd legislation. Yeah, they're trying to anyway. They're trying to start a race war so they can implement HR 1955 protocols. This is the whole point of starting a race war, right? How does one become violently radicalized? What is violent radicalization? What is homegrown terrorism? What is ideologically based violence? See, in order to understand why some of us would say stuff like what happened on Saturday in my city is made to happen, you have to understand how the mind of the system and structure of it that we are up against works. Yeah, they was. I mean, yes and no, Alice Angel. Yes and no. Right? But with the frequency of these guys, I don't know if this specifically or particularly this group of guys, right? But I know it's basically since I've been home, especially every year, just about, we get a group of these guys in the city just sitting up there doing this right here. But they never made such a scene as what they did on Saturday, right? And I'm not so easily duped. I'm not led by my emotions. I'm not like, oh, I don't know. Man, listen. Right? They marched in the Short North during an Ohio State game, where every single one of those bars in that area was absolutely jam-packed with people, I guarantee. Right? So there's not a lot of people just walking on the streets. Right? Now, I'm not saying you won't see any of us down here in this area hanging out on a Saturday, specifically during the Ohio State game, because you will. You're not going to see a lot of us in high concentrated numbers either, nor do not a lot of black folks live in that area, even though it is partially Section 8 sprawls throughout there. Right? So to paint that picture of, oh my God, right? Like they just was walking, they was walking in a pretty affluent area, if you would. The rent ain't cheap down there. Do your research on my city, right? HR 1955. Can y'all peep the play? Can y'all peep the play? What is violent radicalization? And this is the reason why I go over this with y'all, man. Violent radicalization means the process of adopting or promoting an extremist belief system for the purpose of facilitating ideologically based violence to advance political, religious, or social change. Right? And I go over this so often with y'all because I want this to be ingrained into y'all's head. I want for y'all to be able to, when y'all see stuff like this, the first word that come to your mind, that this is violent radicalization. This is ideologically based violence. Right? You did. Smash that like button, man. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Right? I mean, you could say that, Alice Angel, but they weren't in a. Oh, damn, why do I keep doing that? And I would agree with you on that, Alice Angel. Right? I would agree with you. Why do I keep doing that? And I agree with you, but they weren't even in the black community. Now, had they did this marching up Cleveland Avenue, Livingston Avenue, you understand me, Jamesboro? I'm talking about anywhere where we at, 4th Street, 5th Avenue, Broad Street, Main Street. You understand what I'm saying? Anywhere where we be at, I could understand that, and I would go along with that. But they weren't marching nowhere where we be at. And even in the area there ain't no message to us. We ain't hear about it until it was talked about on the news. Or people started posting it on social media. So the reason why I call cap on that is because if they really want to smoke with us, if they really want to defend us, they'd have walked up Lockbourne. They'd have walked up Fairwood, Main Street, Broad Street, Livingston, Cleveland Avenue, 5th Avenue. They would have went where we be at. You ain't hear about nobody with no red flags and masks on their face walking clicked up Cleveland Avenue. Nah, man, it wouldn't have happened like that. Nope. It wouldn't have happened like that up Livingston Avenue either. Let me tell you, Jack. They weren't walking up no Cleveland Avenue or no Livingston, man. You understand me, man? And they got their issue, I'm telling you. And I'm not even bragging about it. I'm totally abhor violence unless it's in the process of protecting you and or your loved ones' lives. But I'm telling you right now, man, one thing for sure, two things for certain, in Columbus, Ohio, what we do not play about is niggas from out of town. Right? For real, Jack. What's that they say? Dead ass. Dead ass. I ain't even no tough guy shit. That's just some real shit. We just don't rock like that. Right? On my way. The term violent radicalization means the process of adopting or promoting an extremist belief system for the purpose of facilitating ideologically based violence to advance political, religious, or social change. Right? So what you think that stuff that what you think that was doing on Sunday? What you think that was doing? What you think that was? Grab baby girl by Remind the black community, man. Ain't no black community. Right? Shout out to them brothers for, I guess keeping hope alive for the most part, man. But for the most part, man, where's the black community? I don't see it. I truly don't see it. I see groups of black people interacting and engaging with each other. Some of them might click up and link up more than others, but I don't see no black community. I don't see a black common unity. I don't see that. I just don't, man. I think that's kind of sad for real too. You did? Okay, so ideologically based violence. This is a term that you're going to start hearing in the media a lot. Right? This is a term you're going to start hearing in the media a lot. The term ideologically based violence means the use, planned use, or threatened use of force or violence by a group or individual to promote the group or individual's political, religious, or social beliefs. Right? Now let that sink in, man. My bad, y'all. I'm about to drop the link right now. My bad, y'all. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. We have meaningful conversations talking about real shish over here, breaking it down to the very last compound. We're talking about HR 1955, the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act of 2007, signed by y'all's homeboy, Barack Obama. Right? Ideologically based violence. So what you think that was that the white wives was doing in my city this weekend? The term ideologically based violence means the use, planned use, or threatened use of force or violence. Not violent force, not forceful violence, but force or violence. Meaning that there's a separation there, y'all. that one part of the sentence indicates that force and violence, according to HR 1955's definition of ideologically based violence, right? Force or violence implies that they're not the same thing. Learn something new every day, right? Ideologically based violence, man. And as the government has come up with this legislation, they are the main purveyors of ideologically based violence. They are the main entity. Spearhead, man, listen. Look, man. Now let's get to homegrown terrorism or terrorists. Right? You need right? Homegrown terrorism means the use, planned use, or threatened use of force or violence by a group or individual born, raised, or based and operating primarily within the United States or any possession of the United States to intimidate or coerce the United States government, the civilian population of the United States, or any segment thereof in furtherance of political or social objectives. See, the thing about this ideologically based violence, y'all, is that it's non-physical. Right? This is crazy, man. And every time I hear stuff like this going on in the country or whatever, I automatically just go to HR 1955. Because I know that's where all this stuff stems from. Right? That's where all of this comes from, is this legislation right here. And what does HR 1955 say about a lot of things, right? Right? This is legislation, y'all. This is what the government through the Congress came up with concerning this. Right? The internet has aided in facilitating violent radicalization, ideologically based violence, and the homegrown terrorism process in the United States by providing access to broad and constant streams of terrorist-related propaganda. I want y'all to listen to that here. Listen to that. Right? Wow, man. Right? Peep that sentence right there. Right? Now, check this out, y'all, because I'm going somewhere with this. This is why I say, man, this is cold in the game, like my brother Sir Ism say, man. The levels of mind twistery and effery is going on with this legislation, specifically right here. You dig? The internet, they're saying that the internet is the main tool being used to spread violent radicalization and ideologically based violence, therefore turning people into homegrown terrorists. Right? You dig? And we got to understand this legislation, man. Right? Because this doesn't just apply to us. Right? Right? Now, number 5. This is finding number 5. Right? I want y'all to pay attention to this, man, because this is what the government plans to do concerning these situations. Right? This ain't me pulling stuff out of my ass, pause out of the ether. This is government policy. Right? Understanding the motivational factors that lead to violent radicalization, homegrown terrorism, and ideologically based violence is a vital step or vital step toward eradicating these threats. Right? You'll have to be able to peep the play, brethren and sisters, man. You'll have to, man. It's important that y'all be able to connect the dots with this stuff, man. So when we see a group of neo-Nazis masked up, stormtrooping through the city of Columbus, Ohio, screaming racial epithets and slurs towards black people, when black people ain't nowhere in the area, and that's not a black person's neighborhood. What was the reason for that? Who funded that? Seriously, man. Right? Y'all gotta be able to correlate, connect how all this stuff going on fits together, man. And it's all being, how can I say it? Oh man, it's slipping my mind that fast. But yeah, though, y'all, man, the U.S. government will hate violent radicalization, homegrown terrorism, and ideologically based violence. They want to eradicate it. And like I always say, you don't have to be a genius to understand what it means when somebody says they want to, man. Man, I just gotta be sitting in silence sometimes when I think about this stuff, man, because this is wow, right? This is absolutely insane. Just to implement this legislation on a grand scheme in full throttle. Right? Look at your city, look at your state, man. Look at us changing, man. We're being consolidated. We're being phased out. You know, I dropped a link for y'all, man. If y'all want to come up and itch y'all aim, talk y'all ish, right? Yeah, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Let's go.
Tonight, a call to end hatred. This past weekend, an apparent Nazi group protested a drag brunch right here in Columbus.
10 TV's Richard Sullivan spoke with city leaders and advocates. And Richard joins us now live in studio with their message. Richard?
Yolanda, Andrew, those I spoke with tell me this was a clear reminder of just how far we've come, but also how much farther we have to go. And I'm told in the most important moments, love conquered all. With so many thoughts running through Aaron Upchurch's mind, all she can do is take a breath.
Yeah, it took us back a bit to see that.
A breath to the fact that hate still has a pulse.
Instead of creating space for expansion and understanding, they just want to eradicate it.
Upchurch is the executive director of Collect.
See? Understand when somebody says they want to eradicate something, what that means when they say that. What's happening, Joe?
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, yo, man. Why the fake neo-Nazis trying to come to your little city, huh?
Yeah, man. What's crazy about this, this is not the first time, and it damn sure probably ain't going to be the last time. And they always go to the same areas. They don't come nowhere where it would be any, like, smoke behind doing that for real. On the
Hey, you see that link I had posted in the chat? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and hit that link. Keep the same window up, but just keep that link. Just hit that link.
Let me do this real quick. Well, I've seen this before.
Yeah, they ain't do none of that.
Yeah, they ain't going to. That's what I'm saying, because they ain't designed to, man. These dudes came through masked up, so you couldn't identify them. You didn't know who any of them were. They didn't have no pistols or anything on them. Right? And they was walking up an area to where,
Right.
like I said, it's not that black folks don't be over there, because we do. But not heavy, not deep, not enough to where if we would have been at the patio, on the patio at one of those spots, and but I mean, brothers don't really hang out down there like that. Let's be honest with you. All right. So I mean, if they really, like I said, they really wanted some smoke, some action, whatever, they knew where to go. Trust me. And they didn't go there.
And I was on X, right, and I seen one of the posters of this particular event was posted by, where I'm about to go, right? It's just like them so-called other particular gentlemen that's out there doing the same old marching and signing, we shall overcome, pretty much are gons. Remember what I said about what are gons, right? Gay ass woke niggas. One particular gon that posted it felt so threatened that it was so-called neo-Nazis walking down the street like it's supposedly Berlin in Germany, despite the fact that he actually goes to bed with one every night.
The hypocrisy, man.
And then let's get back to the other potential gons that you had showed earlier. Their body language, their particular facial expressions. I know my voice is probably not that deep, probably not that strong across the YouTube airways. I'm trying to soften it up so I can be loud clearly, but them motherfuckers that was up there, they had more swang and tang in their fucking voices than the dude from the YMCA group. Nah, bro.
And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, real ones from the turf gonna have to be the ones that when stuff like that pop off. Though, but like I say, they was in an area, y'all, where let's just say they ain't had no worries of ever coming across any of us. It just wasn't gonna happen, man. You know what I'm talking about? So, like I say, the whole fact that it's being made a big situation lets me know that it was more than likely probably staged and planned. The fact that they concealed their identities says a lot as well too. You know what I'm talking about? Anonymity is cowardice. You feel me? Say it with your chest. Let us see your face. This is why I'm a firm advocator for camming up. You're gonna be talking heavy. You better put some skin in the game and show your face, nigga. Right?
I mean, I can't stand this particular individual, but at least he got balls. You know, shout out to Nick Fuentes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's a fake bitch ass motherfucker, at least he got balls to stand up for what he's saying and actually stand behind that shit.
You know, them is the type of racists that I respect. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather see him and the likes of David Duke from back in years past, you know what I'm saying, sitting down with Jesse Jackson and just be forward with his racism than these so-called cowards, like you say. Now, what was this gone ass kaleidoscope shit on the screen?
Some stuff I'm about to change. This was part of the news series that I was playing. But I just want y'all to know, like, man, you know what I'm saying?
Is that a snowflake?
Don't take stuff like this lightly either, though. Like I said, on the surface, it can be some, you know, some effery, man. But when you think about the implications and stuff with this, where this is going with this, you know, now we got people saying stuff like, "Oh man, they shouldn't be allowed to do that. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. That's offensive." Now we getting into a whole nother ballpark, man. We cannot allow the media to convince us what is offensive. Because if we do that, then they can start telling us what we can and can't say. Y'all got to be able to understand the domino effect, the residual effects of wanting to silence somebody because they're saying something that you don't like or that you think is offensive, or actually is offensive. Right? It's called freedom of speech, and they want to destroy, and the plan is to destroy freedom of speech, and they're going to use freedom of speech to destroy the freedom of speech, and y'all gonna do it because y'all are so emotionally driven that y'all just want them to stop. We just want them to be quiet. You can't say that. That's offensive. I'm offended. I'm not offended. Look, I'm black. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. When this happened, I was at the crib, Jack. You hear me now? Hold on. Where was I at when this happened? I was at the casino when this happened. There's no way that they would have walked anywhere where we be at doing that. Not unless they wanted some smoke behind that. Right? So, you know, everybody up in arms and all that stuff, making this. I think they're just blowing this out of proportion, which makes me know that this is a Hegelian dialectic. You understand me? PRS situation.
Yeah, I found it ironic with the symbolism in the sun, like the whole snowflake with the rainbow adjusted colors, and they are particularly the ones that causing the mass chaos and destruction online and offline right about now.
That's
Symbolism.
That's the mind fuckery I'll be telling y'all about, man. It's symbology and symbolism, right? They taking the rainbow, which was a covenant from the Most High God, Yeshua HaMashiach, that he would not destroy the earth by flood anymore. And they done took it and turned it into some fun boy, fun girl shit. Disrespectful. Total inversion.
I know, right? I know, right?
So when y'all think about this agenda, you'll have to think about this agenda is demonic in its origins off top. Yeah, it wasn't enough to be tripping. I don't think so. Listen, man, these guys, listen, y'all, man. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, born and raised, right? I don't know if it's this specific group, right? But I know for quite some time, these guys or groups, something like these guys, they come to Columbus and they had their little rallies and their little marches, and it's what it is, and that's it. It ain't never got violent and never got wild, out of hand, off the chain, shots fired, stabbing, shooting, fighting, none of that. No melees, none of that. Because they keep it nice to a right area in Washington, D.C. If y'all ever go to Washington, D.C., have what is known or what they call now freedom of speech or freedom speech zones. You know about freedom of speech zones? No.
Wait, what? Freedom of speech zones?
Yeah, they got specific areas where you can exercise your freedom of speech, but outside of this area, if you get to talking some type of stuff, them DC police gonna pull a tire on your ass.
Oh yeah, like in 1984. Yes.
Right.
Yes. And was there also a version like that in the Brave New World also?
Nah, ain't no Brave New World. You weren't allowed to say nothing, and there was no such thing. The freedom of speech in 1984 was to always talk about the party, Big Brother in a positive light. That was freedom of speech. It was freedom to say what was allowed to be said, and that's it. No double think, no crime think, no crime speak.
Damn. Yeah.
One no such thing as freedom of speech in 1984 or Brave New World. It was. Let me reiterate that. All right, there was a freedom of speech, but not freedom of free speech. Freedom of speech, like I said, freedom to say what was allowed to say by Big Brother, the regime that was in charge of the society in Brave New World, right? You had the freedom to do what you were allowed to do given what genetic slot you filled into, whether it was gamma, epsilon, alpha, beta, sigma, right?
Right.
But even in 1984, in right now society now, we have what I call the illusion of freedom of speech, right? You have the freedom to say whatever you want up until somebody gets offended by it. Right? Now, if a certain group or person or people is offended by what you're saying, you no longer have a freedom of speech. And under the guise of expressing, exercising, implementing freedom of speech by taking somebody's freedom of speech away. And this is why I say y'all freedom of speech is going to be used to destroy freedom of speech, just like the mainstream media is being used to destroy the mainstream media. This is why I come up with the Ouroboros agenda, y'all. We being made to consume ourselves on levels that we don't even comprehend. I'm on chapter 8.
Damn, this is getting like a little like predictive programming, and I love how so-called protests like this happen during or before or after a democratic reign. What was it, 2019? We had all Antifa, Black Lives Matter,
right,
Proud Boys, but during Biden's, then which became Kamala's administration, I found out around none of them groups who was around making any noise, not doing anything. One little fake ass one beat black bitch lose the election, or to get restored with the righteous masculinity of Donald Trump and company, and now looky here, neo-Nazis, Antifa. possibly Black Lives Matter gonna make a comeback, like the Jackson 5 in the 80s. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They
Right.
might make a world tour.
Right. And this is why exactly the foreign people. And this is why I tell y'all, man, and I'm going to continue to tell y'all, right? Y'all need to look at this legislation, man. Y'all need to study this legislation, learn it, memorize it, understand this is the precedent legislation for what's to come in our country. They want massive civil unrest so they can implement HR 1955 protocols, right? Because in order for them to do what they want to do, what they plan to do, they have to have our permission to do it. Because if they wanted to do it, they just would do it. If they want to just outright do it, they do it. They can't do it. Much like a lot of people always ask me, Mr. O, well, if these so-called interdimensional beings from other planets, whatever, if they were so powerful, and why wouldn't they just take over? Because they can't, clearly. And it's not that they can't, right? But there's levels to this stuff, man. They can't just do it.
I see. Well, the evil beyond forces that's still behind the veil of our reality, but it's trying to peek through, saying like a bad child trying to see their kids, they parents doing the do of natural beliefs. You know what I'm trying to say? They need your permission. They need you to be so subjugated, so relaxed that you allow them to do what they do.
That's a fact. Right. And that's why I encourage y'all to read this legislation so y'all can be familiar with what the game plan is, man. This is what's going to be used coming down the line, man. They're going to be calling us homegrown terrorists. They're going to say they're already doing it. They're going to say that we're spreading ideologically based violence, and we are violently radicalizing each other. And they're going to tell us that the internet is the main place where this stuff is happening.
Hey, have you been on the web lately, like X or just on go on your search bar and Google ADL saying Christianity is a hate group.
Listen, y'all. Listen. Now, everybody think they safe because they're religion, because we have the freedom of religion in here. Listen here, man, the Constitution is gone. Hopefully Trump can restore it back to what he almost was trying to do first time he was in there, man. Right? Listen to this, y'all. Right? This is what a homegrown terrorist is, according to the U.S. government, man. Listen, no, people my brother Mr. O just said, right? To all you Christians, all you Muslims, 5%ers, Hebrew Israelites, Buddhists, Taoists, Shintoists, whatever the fuck you is, right? Whatever religion you believe in. This is what the American government got planned for your ass. The term homegrown terrorism means the use, planned use, or threatened use of force or violence by a group or individual born, raised, or based and operating primarily within the United States or any possession of the United States to intimidate or coerce the United States government, the civilian population of the United States, or any segment thereof in furtherance of political or social objectives. Now, who all falls underneath that?
Man,
Who falls underneath that? Who could be subject to that in America?
the Manosphere, SYSBM, Pass Pro Bros.
Everybody, all of us. Nobody is exempt. Rich, poor, young, old, white, black, gay, straight, les, trans, hypocrite, atheist, Christian, Muslim, Jew. It don't matter. Now, while the mainstream media is being destroyed, used to destroy the mainstream media, freedom of speech is being used to destroy freedom of speech. Religion is being used to destroy religion while bringing in the new religion. This is why HR 1955 was made, because it's going to come after you Christians, come after you Muslims, you 5%ers, you Hebrew Israelites, even you so-called yous who think y'all yous, but y'all ain't. Y'all Semitic, not Shemitic. What's the difference?
One of us descended from Shem and the other one isn't.
There ain't no mention of nobody in scriptures named Sem.
Period.
Right?
Period.
Y'all got to understand this thing goes deep, man. You hear me? And when we talking about so-called neo-Nazis and white supremacists and all of that stuff, man. Listen.
The reemergence of the new Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, this shit go deeper than a Chicago pothole in the wintertime.
White boys didn't create the Ku Klux Klan. Although white guys are the main, I'll say it, puppets of the Ku Klux Klan, it wasn't created or founded, funded by white guys. And I want y'all to get out your mind frame that use, or what I call the Khazarian demons, they don't call themselves white. I mean, at least behind closed doors. Publicly, they'll say it, you know, to keep y'all from understanding who they are, but they don't claim to be white. Right? And I'm talking about those who say they're used, but are really of the synagogue of Satan. Right? These people who I refer to as the Khazarian demons. Because that's what they are. Oh, you got anything you want to say before we get up out of here, man? I'm about to shut this thing down, man.
No, I ain't really got nothing much to say. I'll just say, man, again, the Dems, is this y'all little paid ex-Hollywood actors? You know, Hollywood has been going through a little bad time right now, you know, with the screenwriters, people writing scripts, and they feel bad acting. So y'all basically told these dudes to go ahead march in Columbus, Ohio with these little signs, with these little masks, little nice little t-shirt with little symbols on it, trying to start. Say that again.
I said real cute, like, man.
Yeah, real cute. I mean, they all nice, marching in uniformation, better than the so-called U.S. military is now. So I really call bullshit. Y'all doing some good acting, y'all. I mean, real good acting. But that little civil war, race war that y'all trying to kick off, I mean, y'all could do better than that. I mean, again, I see why y'all screenwriters out of business right now, because I could give a pencil to a 4-year-old blind student, and basically he got better imagination than y'all. But that's all I got, Verge. I'm about to go ahead and probably lay it down. Got work in the AM. And yep, it's been one. Be safe out there in Columbus, you and all the rest of my good black people and stuff like that. Make sure y'all got y'all shotguns ready at the door. But I already know how y'all get down. Y'all good out there. So until next time.
Let me tell y'all this, and I'm not a purveyor or promoter of violence or none of that, but half them dudes walk down Livingston or Cleveland Avenue, y'all. If we be hearing something different on the news, I'm telling you right now. We hear something completely, totally different on the news right now. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about this too, man.
Oh man! Oh damn it, man! Yeah, man. Yeah, they finally got it.
We're probably gonna talk about this tomorrow in the morning sometime, man. Early on the early side when I come from the gym or something. We want to address that, man.
And remember, for a couple of years now, we was actually saying on your podcast, I'll probably say on my podcast, at least Denzel never got caught up in none of this woke geeky shit. And now look.
Yeah, man.
I lost faith. I lost faith, bro.
I was trying to tell y'all, man. Any of these dudes that's a member of the Divine Nine, man, don't put too much faith in these dudes. Denzel is Alpha Kappa, Alpha Phi Alpha all day.
Hey, that begs the question: did he really leave them Diddy parties, or he was just fronting his move, trying to protect his image?
Maybe he did leave the parties. I don't mean he ain't had to do nothing else.
We don't know, man. We don't know, but
kissing a man, and that's crazy. We're gonna get to that tomorrow, though, y'all. Man, pause, man. Pause. All right, oh man, I'm about to lay it down too. I gotta get up in the morning too. I ain't gotta work, but I'm on vacation right now. But I got some stuff.
Enjoy your vacay, man.
I ain't doing nothing, just taking care of some things behind the scenes, man. You know what I'm saying? We're about to be moving to April Talk Studios maybe sometime this week. Possibly be doing the Friday night wrap up from there this weekend, maybe ladies' night too. You never know. We might be if everything goes smooth after tomorrow, man. We might be having it up there tomorrow. You know what I'm talking about?
All right, man. Peace. Salute to y'all in the chat. I'm gone. Peace.
You already know, Mr. Al, man. Thanks for coming up, Joe. Yeah, man, y'all sit up there and go study this right here on the screen, y'all. HR 1955. The Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act, 2007. Go read this legislation. Study this legislation. Learn this. Download it into your brain. Everybody needs to be familiar with this piece of legislation right here. This is the catalyst piece of legislation passed within the past 20 years. This legislation right here is going to set the precedent for the new system coming in under Trump's regime. All right. Devastating stuff, man. I'm sitting here trying to tell y'all, man. We about to get up out of here, y'all, man. We're going to see y'all tomorrow, man. We got a day of shows for y'all tomorrow. We're going to do an early show. You know, so I'm going to do a pre-recording for y'all. And we're going to have a Tuesday night wrap-up sports. You know what I'm saying? You know, my brother King Els is excited. The Bills sit up there and beat the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about all of that stuff tomorrow as well. So just make sure y'all tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? Support your brothers, support your brethren. Hit that subscribe button, man. You know, YouTube playing with the numbers. You know what I'm saying? That's what they love to do. They love playing with the numbers. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good, man. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. I appreciate your support in all the ways y'all support. You know what I'm saying? Support the real runs, man. We out here getting it in, man, putting this work in for y'all, bringing y'all this content, man. Breaking these damn things down, giving y'all this information. You know what I'm saying? So you can do your own research. We're going to break these things down, man. We ain't like the lamestream media, man. We ain't telling you what you need to believe. Over here at A-Real Talk, I don't tell y'all what y'all should think, how y'all should think, what y'all should think. I provide y'all with a wide range of information, factual information at that, from which you can look at a situation that you're being told to believe about it in a certain way, and you can do your own due diligence, and then you can decide what you think about this situation, right? We need to start developing our own critical thinking skills and take our minds back, man. Take our freedom to think back, man. The freedom to think has been taken away from us. They're telling us what we want, what we think now, versus us telling them what we think. All right. Sit there, smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Make sure y'all go study HR 1955, the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act of 2007. A lot of y'all, when y'all hear me talk about this, it's crazy because I got emails and I had conversations with people, so you don't tell me nothing different. A lot of people think I be making this stuff up, which is crazy to me. This lets me know how far gone as a society, specifically in America, we actually are. When I have this conversation with certain people, they think I'm making HR 1955 up. They think I'm making they think I'm making this stuff up. I'm like, man, I wish. Like, I'm a very creative guy, man. Very creative guy. But I ain't that creative. Thanks for the, thanks but no thanks, man. I'm not evil, man. You feel me? Listen, y'all, study and learn HR 1955, the Violent Radicalization and Homegrown Terrorism Prevention Act of 2007, the last bit of legislation signed into law by George W. Bush before Barack Obama took over. And he totally disregarded HR 1955. But what he did do is create lots of situations that could have invoked it if it was meant so to do at the time. Right? Y'all be easy, man. Wake up, man. Wake up. Forget about being woke. Don't stay woke. Stay woke means to stay asleep. Woke is the past tense of wake. I woke up at 4:07 this morning. I have been awake ever since. If woke is the past tense of wake, then when you are woke, that means you are still asleep. Stop saying y'all woke, man. If I'm gonna tell y'all anything, stop saying that shit, man. Wake up, awaken. Right? Let's go, y'all.
Yeah, man. Check the respect to that.
Hold on, y'all. I'm tripping.
D&D. Stacks with the facts. What up, Stacks? I got my man Mr. Guarantee on the track with me. Mr. Guarantee. Yeah. And we bringing this message to you fake woke niggas. Gotta wake these niggas up. That's all y'all out there spreading the lies and falling victim to this propaganda. Niggas believe it. Hey, Glitch. Let's talk to these niggas. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So I dance around them like my name was Alvin A. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake them up. Time to wake them up. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So I dance around them like my name was Alvin A. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake them up. Time to wake them up. I gotta set the alarm, wake you up from your slumber. Avoid and hairy fake woke niggas, y'all jumping dumbass niggas. Drop jewels, but people don't pay any attention. Let's immediately we the wake them up henchmen. A lot of times these woke niggas be really sleep. Shit, the price on a nigga's life is extra real cheap. Only the real for my niggas, we all elite. We made a living eating these rappers, nigga, bon appetit. Yeah, pause. Me and my brethren be down for the cause. We gotta come together. and tear down all these walls. In illusory fault lines like racism and bring light to the boat, just like a Baptist. The congregation spoke. These niggas ain't who they claim to be. A bunch of beat a pop off. Niggas really be lame to me. Anytime you at war, it's gonna be casualties. The more we come together, it's easy to beat the enemies. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So my dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake them up, time to wake them up. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. So my dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily. Alarm clock, wake them up, time to wake them up. Alarm clock to the woke. Time to wake them up. The main initiative should be to get your cake up. You ain't right, niggas need life jackets to stay afloat. Meanwhile, I'm blowing no gas straight from the Ivory Coast. And every post I be hitting y'all with them straight facts. The smart grid is now here. We gotta face that. All they coming with microchips and vaccinations. Fake no niggas perpetuating indoctrination. This pandemic, this was the damn gimmick. Niggas will believe that they mom died if she still living. Open your eyes, nigga. You can see the lies, niggas. We gotta stop letting the blind lead the blind, niggas. And that's the biggest fact, bitch. You better tell them niggas this agenda 2030. It's gonna be hell, niggas. Fuck AOC and her new green deal. I'm Neo in this bitch. You want they red pill.